8 seconds.
Guys, we're using the Evernew titanium tea kettle and the BushBuddy burning Esbit, and we're gonna let this go for a while. There's 2 cups of water. So far we're up to 25 seconds, and we'll check back in maybe 5 minutes. 4 minutes 50 seconds. We've got good bubbles on the bottom. First bubbles appearing on the surface. And it's starting to make noise now. Good sign. And I guess you would call this a boil at 6 minutes and 39 seconds. I know I told Naughty we would try to do a real world experiment, but I was thinking if I'm going to compare a couple of stoves, doing it inside would be the most consistent and the fair test. Right now I'm just showing you how much Esbit is left. And it is 71 degrees inside. Obviously, no wind. This time, same cup, same water, 2 cups, same temperature. Started as close as I can get them at the same time. This time we're using the CaribouBentSpoke Esbit burner mod inside the Emberlit. And we'll compare that with the BushBuddy. And we're already 49 seconds into it, and we'll check back in 5 minutes. Using the Emberlit, and we're 450, and we've got bubbles on the bottom, starting to get a few little bubbles on top. So far, not much difference between the Emberlit and the BushBuddy. We'll check back in another minute. Don't know if you can tell from this shot, but the Esbit tab is held a little lower inside the Esbit burner than the BushBuddy, because we're already over 6 minutes and not at a boil yet. Let's see how close we're getting. I can hear it, so I know we're close. Still not a rolling boil. And we are 6 minutes, well, just crossed over 7 minutes. Something else to note, I'm using the titanium cross, the add-on to the Emberlit, which lets use the smaller mugs. And we're at 8 minutes and 19 seconds. And I guess you could call that a rolling boil. It's close enough. A lot of movement on top. True rolling boil was just a little bit shorter than 9 minutes. And just like with the BushBuddy, there is some tablet left. Using the Evernew DX2 at 5 minutes, and we are already bubbles on the bottom, which is a good sign. I think if Angry Sparrow were here, he would tell me that these are the holes right here. Should be on top. But you can see all, not all, but a huge amount of that heat is it's trapped in there. Okay, Neutron just showed up and he told me I've got the DX alcohol burner set up wrong. And you see those flames coming out everywhere? That's probably a good sign. Guys, the next stove up is the Evernew DX. Just like previous times, 5 drops of alcohol to prime the Esbit tab. And we'll check back in 5 minutes, see how we're doing. If you've seen the Evernew DX before, you know there's several components, several different ways to set it up. It's a wood burner, alcohol burner, Esbit burner. I chose this configuration. Well, you can see the burner plate inside the stove. Just experimenting. The next stove is part of the Evernew DX system. Comes in 2 parts. I'm going to use this bottom part, and we'll see how it does. Same pot, 2 cups of water, same temperature water, same temperature in the house. We'll check back in 5 minutes, see how things are going. Checking progress here, around the 5-minute mark, see how we're doing. Couple of, quite a few little bubbles on the bottom. This is a very concise system, just to show you a little footprint we're looking at. The DX2 with Esbit gave us the first sounds of a boil at 7 minutes. And now we've got bubbles reaching the surface. Won't be much longer. Right at the 10-minute mark, a boil, not a rolling boil, but it's definitely boiling. Right at the time the tablets ran out of fuel. This is the last stove I'm playing with tonight. It's the official Esbit stove. I think you can see basically what's going on with it. It comes with this mug, but I'm going to use the same teapot that I've been using for the rest of the stoves. And just like the rest of the burns, 5 drops of alcohol to get it going. And we'll check back in 5 minutes. We'll see how we're doing. I'd read several forums on this stove, and not all the reports were good. But looking at the flame pattern, it doesn't look bad. It's going up in a nice tight cylinder, hitting the bottom of the tea kettle, compared to the Evernew, where a lot of it was coming out of the top vents and up and around the sides. 5:45, got bubble formation in the bottom. This guy might surprise me. We're almost 8 minutes into it. Still bubbles on the bottom. Not close to a boil though. "10 minutes into it. Hot water, but not a boil. What was reported on the other forums about this little stove are obviously correct.